everybody, it's Jason and welcome to our Missouri yard. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2020. We're in the middle of this whole COVID-19 coronavirus thing, and today was the first day I started working from home. I'm anxious to get outside and get some fresh air, and my dining room chair where I have my home office set up is not nearly as comfortable as my office chair at my office, so I had to figure out something else there. But today we're going to throw her down. So we're going to put down some prodiamine, which is a pre-emergent. So those of you that aren't familiar with that, you have your herbicide. You have a pre-emergent and you have a post-emergent herbicide. The pre-emergent, we're going to put that down, and what that's going to do, it's going to stop weeds from germinating. So specifically crabgrass. That's the main thing we're going to do. And I'm going to use prodiamine for that. And you have a post-emergent herbicide, which is ones you spray over the weeds that are existing, like when you see the dandelions and you spray them, or the clover and you spray them. That's called a post-emergent herbicide. So today I'm going to focus on the pre-emergent herbicide, and at some point in the near future I need to work on some post-emergent too, because I do have a lot of clover and other weeds coming up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the prodiamine, which is I think it's a 65% prodiamine. It's an 007, so it's got a little bit of potash in it, which is really good for this time of year. That's going to help with stressors of the lawn. So I'm going to hit that, and then hopefully I'm also going to hit it with some of the Greene County fertilizer products from the N-ext line. We're going to hit it with a little aerate, Humic12, and some MicroGreene to get some micronutrients in. I got my soil sample back, results from my soil sample, and I'm definitely low on my micronutrients. So I'm going to hit that. Hopefully I'll go have another video later on about my actual soil sample, but I just had a brief look at it. I had the results come back in the mail today. I had a brief look at it, and I immediately, boom, saw the micronutrients were low. My nitrogen and my potash are low too, so I want to hit those too. But that's for another time. Today we're doing the prodiamine, doing the pre-emergent, and because tomorrow, or tonight and tomorrow, we have a 100% chance of showers. So I want to get that down, get that watered in really well. So without any further ado, let's go. Let me show you what I got. All right, so I got this off of the Lawn Care Nuts store, the online store, and if I can see on here, we got part of the Yard Mastery they're doing, but the label's kind of crumpled up here, but it is a 38% prodiamine, and it's a pre-emergent with a 007. I think you can see that. So we're going to do that. I have the Scott's Edge Guard, so we're going to set that at a 5.5 setting, and then we're just going to run it out. So not much to it. Let's get to it.
Audio Jungle.
So, I got bored.
What is that? Bring it, let me see it. What up? Let me see it. What is that, tape? Well, if you're duct taping your thumb. What? Let me see it. Thumbs up.
because I put Carmex on my finger before.
So it'll slide off?
Yeah.
That's good. Say hi to the YouTubes. Alright, so I've already discovered I'm not going to be able to do the liquid biostimulants back here in fertilizer, simply because it is just waterlogged back here. It's saturated. Maybe you can hear it as I walk. But I got a question for you, some of you guys. Any suggestions of what that might be? I got a couple patches of it. Over here in my lawn renovation area, So, I know I got some subscribers out there that might know what it is. Let me know. I know the Justin the Lawn Whisperer just did a video on some identifying a couple different weeds, but I don't know. POA maybe? One of the types of POA? I don't remember. Alright, I'm gonna hit the rest of the yard. Alright guys, so I got the yard spread. I threw down over the entire yard. So, a couple more things about pre-emergent. So, if you're not really familiar with them, how they work and when to use them, that kind of stuff. So, what you want to do is, in the springtime is the best time to do the pre-emergent, but you want to watch your soil temperature. Kind of an old wives' tale, I guess, the Farmer's Almanac. The old just way of double checking is if you have a forsythia bush in nearby. I have a neighbor up the street that has one. They're the ones that do the bright yellow flowers in the early spring and then lose them in green leaves. But when you start seeing those bloom, that's the time to put down your pre-emergent. The other more accurate way is to tell by soil temperature. So like crabgrass, it likes to germinate when your soil temperature reaches around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what you want to do your pre-emergent around when your soil temperature is around 55 degrees, maybe a little bit earlier, but somewhere in that range. But you want to get it down before it's reaching the 55 degrees so you can block all that. And how it works, it creates like a chemical layer on top of your soil. At the top layer of your soil, it creates a chemical layer. So what it does, your seeds start to sprout and they start growing up, and as soon as they hit that layer, it dies before it can actually break ground and germinate above the ground. So quick and easy, dirty way of saying how pre-emergent works. So I got the pro-lining done. I gotta check my timing and see if I do it again. I may do it again in a late spring, early summer, but at that point I'll use a different type of pre-emergent, and I'll go over that when I get to there. So what's next? We are going to spray them down. Some Greene County Fertilizer Next products. We're going to do the Aerate, the Humic12, and MicroGreene. So let me go get all that set up and we'll go over that. Alright guys, so here's my tank, a backpack sprayer. So you know how in these tanks they have, I don't even know if you can see there, it says like 3 gallons right there. So you can't even see those marks hardly ever at all. So I go ahead and get a permanent marker and mark it 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallon, and 4 gallon. So, and no, I don't have the coronavirus, the COVID-19. I got allergies. So, back on task. So I have a gallon and a half of water in there, and I think you can kind of see that line there. And then I'm going to fill it up halfway, put my products in, and then I'm going to fill it up to the 3 gallon mark. So I'm doing 3,000 square feet. I'll show you on my map what I'm doing. I'm going to do this area here in the front, this area in the front. Oh, let me turn back around like it was. So I'm going to do this area in the front, and this area in the front, and then this little tiny section right here, next to the driveway. That equals just about 3,000 square feet. So I'm going to do those 3 areas real quick. Alright, so I got all the products adding. I got the cup there draining out. And you can see the color is definitely a different, the water is definitely a dark color now. So I want to go over these things real quick. So in the MicroGreene, it has all, remember I already did the humic acid, the Humic12. It's 12% humic acid. So then I did the MicroGreene. I want to note that it also has 8% humic acid and a 2% cold water kelp. And the Aerate has another 8% of humic acid. So I'm loading up the humic acid, getting the soil right is what I'm doing. So if you remember in the first video or second video, I'm not sure, I raked the entire yard so I could get all the material up and get everything in, get some good airflow going, and get the grass standing up so I get some good airflow going. I still got this light stuff in here. It's driving me nuts. But you know, when you inherit a yard, you're kind of stuck with what it is unless you want to do a completely refurb, which I did down there. And you can see the line where I did the refurb. Alright, so I got to fill it up the rest of the way. Alright, so the first thing I do is get off staying on the hose. I rinse out the cup. Just pour it in there. Look at every last drop of them goodies I can get. And now I'm going to fill the tank up the rest of the way. But I want you to notice, I don't have it on a jet stream. I got it on a nice, small, easy stream of water going in. So I don't want to blast it. I just want to get in there so it'll mix it up a little good. A little bit more. All right, there, I'm good. I did test the battery. It is charged up, thankfully. Put the screen in, cap on, and I'm going to go spray. See when I'm done. So one other quick note, you did see I was wearing the gloves, the blue gloves. I was wearing those when I did the prodiamine, so I wanted to protect my hands from that, from those chemicals. With the N-ext products, you don't need to wear the gloves. It's not dangerous to, but the product's pretty dark and it will stain your hand, so it just makes cleaning up a little bit easier. Plus, it's still a little chilly out. It is, I think, in the high 40s right now, and I'm dealing with water, so it keeps my hands dry and warm. So they aren't necessary, they're not needed for protection, just keep your hands clean and dry and warm. All right, let's go spray. All right, guys, so that's it. I'm done, got it all sprayed and ready to go. So just ready for the rain to come tomorrow. It's showers tomorrow. I was thought about waiting and doing so tomorrow's Tuesday, gonna rain Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, there was only like a 10% chance of rain. And then Friday, Saturday was supposed to be good chance for thunderstorms. I prefer showers to water in my products than thunderstorms, just because it does a little better job and doesn't less risk of runoff. So, hey, neighbor guy walking a dog. So on behalf of Heather, who takes care of the flowers, myself, who takes care of the lawn, thanks again for visiting our Missouri yard.